Hey guys, what's going on? It's your boy, the Mad Kaigan, up here today with another episode of To Stream or Not to Stream. This is kind of like a follow-up to a few months ago. I did my first impressions video of Paramount Plus. And I was excited for Paramount Plus when it first was announced because, you know, Paramount it's a bit like Warner Brothers with HBO Max, and obviously a lot of big companies now are doing their own individual subscription service. I believe Lionsgate has just rebranded Stars into Lionsgate Plus as well, and obviously there's a lot of individual smaller studios doing it. And I've already talked about why I think that's a good thing. While it could be kind of annoying for, you know, companies like Amazon, Disney, and Netflix, maybe not so much Disney, but Netflix and Amazon Prime especially, can be kind of annoying because a lot of those shows and movies that they have that are owned by Paramount and Fox and, you know, other big companies, they can basically say when the contract expires with us, we're going to take that and put it on our own streaming service, which I think a lot of companies are starting to pick up on, this idea that they can make a ton of money providing stuff. But Paramount, in my opinion, like the three big like networks would be Fox, Warner Brothers, and Paramount. With the obviously Disney now own Fox, but to me they were like the big three studio companies. Then obviously you've got things like Lionsgate, Metro Goldwyn, Merriweather, and stuff like that. But I digress. Enough about that. So Paramount Plus, to stream or not to stream, has it come a long way since I first did my first impressions? Well, yes and no. I'm going to open it up just to have it on in the background, just so I can remind myself what's on there. But so first of all, Paramount Plus, how much is it? It's $6.99 for it's $6.99 a month, or $69.99 for a year, which again is cheaper than a lot of other streaming services. Like Disney Plus is now $7.99. Obviously Amazon's $7.99. Netflix is still the most expensive. So Paramount, in my opinion, it falls in the cheaper of the services. It doesn't have tiers. It's not something that has different tiers. It's kind of a one purchase, one subscription. But it does have a standalone app and subscription, or you can add it on to your Prime. I use the standalone app myself. So the layout of it, like I said, I think is pretty good. Obviously, as you load it up, you'll have like your main hub area. Obviously, you've got those simple things like My List. And then what's really cool is it has series and movies, easy to find. And when you load it up, it will literally have all the different genres as well for you to choose from. But it also has an A to Z section of all their shows and movies that are on there, which I think is great. I like going through and seeing what's on there myself. But like I said, Paramount owns so many different companies. You've got to think they own Nickelodeon, obviously CBS, Comedy Central. I believe Comedy Central. Yeah, they do, because obviously, yeah. And obviously, I want to say PBS. Maybe I'm wrong with that one. I don't know. So again, MTV as well. So lots of big name brands and TV channels, and Showtime as well. So lots of big brands. Of course, what appealed to me was Comedy Central and CBS and Nickelodeon were the three big names that appealed to me. So I was kind of straight on the ball when I knew that it was coming to the UK. Unfortunately, we still haven't got nearly enough of the stuff that we have in the US, but they are slowly adding stuff, and I'll go into that in a minute and let you know what sort of things they've added since the last time. And again, obviously movies as well. Lots of big branded movies from Paramount. You know, some big names on there like Airplane, of course, is a classic. Again, with all subscription services, you have originals. And I haven't watched any Paramount originals yet, but they are doing their fair share of dramas, documentaries, movies, and some comedies and animated stuff as well that you won't find on any other streaming service. Possibly physical media, you might find it on. But, you know, lots of big names on here, you know, lots of great movies. I'm just looking at the sort of movies here now to remind myself. So like I say, so when it first came out, it didn't have nowhere near as much as stuff that the US one had. But since then, it has added a fairly decent amount of stuff. It's nowhere near the level as what I think it you know, I'd say it's probably running at around about maybe, before, I'd say it probably had like 50, maybe 45% of what the US version had. Bear in mind, the US version had been out for maybe a year or 2 years before the English version had come out. So I'd say maybe we're running around about maybe 50, 55, maybe 60%. They have added some interesting stuff on here, but like I said, you've got so many good movies on here. You've got some like Friday the 13th are on here. You know, lots of classics as well, of course. And then obviously, like I said, with the series, you've got so many, you know, legendary series. You've got originals like 1883. I've heard good things about it. Our Real Monsters was just added as well. Nickelodeon, things like Jimmy Neutron. Again, there's lots of Smithsonian Channel as well. Lots of documentaries as well on here. Not as much as say Discovery Plus. There are lots of reality TV as well on here, like Geordie Shore and Jersey Shore. Not my type of thing, but I know a lot of people are a fan of that show. Why is beyond me. Beavis and Butthead was added, but I'm going to talk more about that in a minute because I have a big problem with that. But then obviously you've got Milkshake and Nick Jr. stuff on here. So there's plenty of stuff for kids. You know, Blaze, Paw Patrol being the big one as well. Even the Paw Patrol movie. Again, lots of live action TV show like CSI's on here, NCIS. Again, not all of the seasons, but I'll talk about that in a minute. They seem to be adding new TV shows quite regularly. We are slowly getting the ones that I'm on here, but there is, like I said in my previous video, all of that, the big names are already on here, like Frasier, a big one there. Cheers, of course. Although saying that, I went past it, but I didn't see it, unless they took Cheers off. Oh no, it's there. I was about to say, I thought they took Cheers off for a minute then. Cheers, of course, classics. Fairly Odd Parents, of course, SpongeBob as well. I've been watching SpongeBob myself. I'm on like season 12 now, coming on to the final season. And of course, Halo being the big Paramount Plus thing. So there's plenty of shows and movies on here. Lots of reboots as well. Beavis and Butthead was rebooted with under Mike Judge. Beavis and Butthead. iCarly was another one that was rebooted. Kenan and Kel was just added as well. So they are slowly adding the ones that I'm excited, that I've been looking forward to. But now we're talking to some of the not so great things about Paramount Plus. Like I said, one issue that I've got is some of the stuff that's on here doesn't have complete seasons. Beavis and Butthead, the original series, is one that really pissed me off. Because I was excited when they was going to add it. I was like, yay, I can finally watch it now. But when they added it, and I can tell you right now what's on here. Get this right, but I will say they are adding more episodes slowly. So how does this work? It's got 1 episode from season 3, 3 episodes from season 4, 7 episodes from season 5, 22 episodes from season 7, so maybe that's complete, and 2 episodes from season 8. Now, I don't know why that is. Normally, I can't explain why that may be. Like, the only other, like I said, it's not uncommon for streaming services like Netflix and Amazon to have only some seasons, because that may be all they got the rights to. But with Paramount, I don't understand why they're doing it like this. Maybe they're trying to get the transfers over. Maybe there's some issues with the files. I don't know how it works, but that is a big annoyance for me. And another one, obviously, that I can think off the top of my head is a CSI and NCIS. Like CSI doesn't have, it only has on here 4 seasons. It has season 12, 13, 14 and 15. However, I believe, I'm not sure if Amazon or Disney have the other ones. Maybe it's because they switched studios. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe Fox originally did CSI, and then it switched over to Paramount. I don't know the ins and outs of it, but that is something that is kind of a bit of an annoyance for me, and something that I think is kind of annoying. That is something that is, you know, so sometimes when a show gets added, it's not going to have all of the episodes on there, but a lot of the shows that have the complete episodes on here and complete seasons are the ones that you'd want to have, so complete seasons anyway. So they seem to be adding new episodes regularly. SpongeBob, for example, I know season 13 slowly adding new episodes, because there's only 8 episodes, but the other day when I looked, it had 6 episodes. So I know the new stuff gets added quite regularly. So another issue I have with Paramount Plus is the actual streaming. I've had many times with Paramount Plus where it will just come up with an error while watching it. I could watch 5 episodes of a TV show, no problem, and then all of a sudden it comes up with an error, says can no longer load the episode. Now, I don't want to sit here and say that's completely the app's fault, because it might be my Fire Stick's on the way out, because I've noticed sometimes my Fire Stick disconnects, and the signal isn't great, so maybe I need to buy a new Fire Stick. I don't know. I've not noticed it do it with my phone, so like I said, but I have noticed when watching films, especially on Paramount Plus, it does it quite often. Like I was watching Ferris Bueller's Day Off the other day on Paramount Plus, and you know, I was watching it for about half an hour, no problem, everything was fine, and then it come up with the buffering, kicked me out, said, oh, having trouble finding this video, please try again. And I had to reset it, do it again. It worked for another about 20 minutes, did the same thing. I left the movie, went back into it, loaded back up, and it's done that pretty much with 90% of the times I've watched a movie on Paramount Plus. Bear in mind, I haven't watched many movies on Paramount Plus. I've mainly been using it for the TV show, but that is a big annoyance for me. I still think they're trying to work out the kinks with this one. Like I said, maybe it's the Fire Stick version, maybe it's my Fire Stick. Let me know in the comments below, do you guys have had any similar issues with this? And it is a massive, if it is a problem with the actual app, it's something they need to fix really well, completely, because you know, like I said, I've watched a film that's been on another streaming service that's on Paramount Plus, and I've managed to watch it all the way through, no issues. And then if I've watched it on Paramount Plus, I'm having issues. So that is something that needs to be fixed and addressed. Again, like I said, maybe it's the Fire Stick version. I don't know. I don't want to sit here and point my finger and say, oh, it's completely Paramount's fault, because it could be an issue with my device. But like I said, 90% of the times using other streaming services, you know, Amazon Prime, Netflix, Disney Plus had no issues with, but Paramount I tend to get some issues with. 9 times out of 10, I'd say maybe around about, maybe it's around about 70% of the time it's fine, you know, TV shows fine. I think maybe there's an issue that it's not loading the movie streaming all the way through. I think maybe that's an issue there. I'm not a master at the algorithms and ins and outs and the technological side of things, and you know, I reset my Fire Stick and I do all of that and reset my internet, and sometimes it doesn't fix the problem at all, and that's all they say on their website is if you experience these issues, reset and do all of this, and you're still having the same issues, and it can be really annoying. Again, that's another reason why I still have physical media, because you don't get none of those issues unless you've got a scratch disc. But I digress. I think Paramount Plus is definitely improved with the stuff that they've added. Although there are still missing a few features. There's no skip intro option. There's no autoplay next episode option when the credits roll. It will autoplay the next episode when it gets to the end of the thing. Not huge problems for me. It's not a massive issue, but those are just small features that they don't have. And stuff like that. I don't think there's any options for other languages as well, for TV shows and subtitles as well, which isn't a problem. I'm English. I watch it in English and stuff like that anyway. But the subtitles seem to work fine, no problem. I've had no issues with subtitles or anything like that. But I'd say Paramount Plus is it's still to me. I'd say it's maybe like a stream, but be aware of these issues. Like I said, you might watch it and it be completely perfect for you guys. Like I said, let me know in the comments below, have you had similar issues with Paramount Plus, and what do you watch it on, and if you watch it on multiple devices, what do you notice it work the best on, and what do you notice it work the worst on. So all in all, I think Paramount Plus has come a long way from when it first came out, which was about 4 or 5 months ago. They're slowly adding more stuff, not at the rate that I want them to. It's not like Netflix and Amazon, which add stuff literally like every 2 or 3 days. Paramount tends to do it every maybe week or so, but we are getting some of the big names now. I'm still waiting on 5 things that I want Paramount Plus to come to. Is a Happy Days. I definitely want to see Happy Days, and don't tell me that they can't, because I've got Happy Days right here. And it says right there, CBS DVD and Paramount. So I don't see why they can't put the other seasons of Happy Days on there, because we only got 6 seasons on DVD. I'm waiting for Drake and Josh to come, although I'm not too sure if we're going to get that. I know last time I checked it was on Amazon Prime. I don't know if it still is, but I know all of those issues that Drake Bell had. I don't think we'll get that show. We might, we might. But I am hoping that we get that. Another one I'm really hoping that we get is Cat Dog. I really want to see Cat Dog be added to it. Ren and Stimpy is number 4, and there was another one. What was it? There was another sitcom. It was either Charles in Charge or She's the Boss, Who's the Boss. It was another classic like 70s, 80s sitcom. Full House, maybe? It might have been Full House. I don't know. There was another sitcom, but I do want to see more sitcoms. But I digress. Sorry, it's been a longer video. But Paramount Plus definitely come a long way from the first few days, but still some issues that I think they need to work out. So stream at your own risk, essentially. Be aware of these issues, but bear with it. Like I said, I'd say maybe 7 times out of 10, it's no problems at all. As for movies, like I said, I managed to watch Airplane with my mate a couple of weeks ago, and we had no problems with it. We watched both of them, so maybe it's just maybe I need to reset my internet or something. I don't know. I might do a reset of the internet soon anyway and do that. But anyway, guys, so I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, feel free to leave a like and comment below. Let me know, do you use Paramount Plus? What are you watching on Paramount Plus if you use it? And let me know if you've experienced any similar issues. Mainly, like I said, for Fire Stick. I'm going to play some more Dragon Ball Kakarot tonight. I'm now on the third chapter of the game, which is the Android Saga. So it's only got 4 chapters, I believe. Saiyan, Frieza, Android / Cell, and then the Boo Saga. I'm actually enjoying it. I really am enjoying it. I'm probably going to do a full review on Kakarot. I'm debating on getting the DLC. I'm not too sure yet. And then tonight I'm going to watch some more AEW tonight. But I digress, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. And of course, subscribe if you haven't already and join the family. Welcome all the new subscribers. I have seen some new subscribers. So I see you guys, girls, guys, male, female, trans, whatever you identify as. I don't care. Do you, I guess. I just call everyone the same thing. I can say you guys. If you're offended by that, ain't my problem. But anyway, as I've said, as always, follow me on Twitter and Instagram at Mad Kiger, and have a nice day, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care. Bye-bye.